is May 27th, 2025. Trump versus Harvard. It is escalating. And that's what one of the many things we get to talk about tonight. We talk about Haiti. We talk about, there's a lot of channels on Instagram that were taken out by Zuckerberg. So, yeah, he's so free speech. Also, other platforms that shall remain unnamed took out some channels and stuff. So, yep, they're not done yet, folks. They got a long way to go and a short time to get there, because Lord knows the thing that just brings people over is just going hardcore and tyrannical. So I think it's great. Keep doing it. It's a terrible look and nobody likes it. So you know who likes it? A bunch of jerk faces in control. So we will cover all that and more here on the Crisis Report. So if you are so inclined, we have been tabulating all day. Hopefully you saw the video earlier. I could even pull it up on my own channel. And if I can't pull it up on my own channel, that means you definitely can't pull it up on your channels. So that's why I put the community post up on PrepperNow. So really appreciate the troll that came over and said, well, nobody clicks on your videos. Nobody. Yeah, you can't click on it if you can't see the damn thing. So trust me, it's not people don't want to look. It's they can't find it. So anyway, it's going to be a hard lesson for these fools. It's going to be a hard lesson, but they'll learn it. They will. Pain is the best teacher out there, and they're going to get ready for it. So, folks, if you're here, you're new, hit that button. You're probably not. So hit the buttons anyway. Darken out the bell, get the notifications, because you won't. We'll just keep doing whatever we can to get you in front of the screen to check us out and what we're doing. So honestly, the best way is to come here to the Crisis Report, because whenever I put one out, you get an email. It's your Substack, and it's just a great way to know. Almost to 500 subscribers. I've been at the same number for a couple of months now, but when I started this a couple years ago, 500 subscribers is pretty cool. Almost. We'll get there one day, but lock in. This is your Crisis Report for May 27th, 2025. All right. Russia accuses Ukraine of escalating air attacks to thwart peace talks. Kremlin says Trump's criticism will not hit U.S.-Russia prisoner swap plans. Trump administration is poised to direct federal agencies to cancel their remaining contracts with Harvard University. President Trump warns to withhold federal funds permanently from the state of California if a transportation thing is allowed to participate in female sporting events. Nippon Steel is expected to buy U.S. steel for $55 a share. Trump media is going to raise $2.5 billion for Bitcoin treasury. U.S. no longer recommends Rona shots for children or pregnant women. U.S. recession odds are dropping due to record lows as consumer confidence is surging for exceeding expert forecasts. So the guy that came over and tried to troll me on the PrepperNow post was saying that Trump was doing a bad job. I mean, there's things he's doing I don't like. There's things he's doing I like. When I see U.S. recession things dropping, the odds dropping, I'd say he's doing something right. So you give credit where credit's due, like my old basketball coach used to say. So you give credit where credit's due. So if he's doing well on the stopping the recession, then great, you give him credit. If he's doing poorly because he's making a big, beautiful bill that's going to crush our debt, then you tell him don't do that, okay? It's not a cult of personality here. France's lower house backs right to assisted dying bill. 17 bodies were found in an abandoned house in Mexico, according to prosecutors. I'm watching a documentary right now called Cowboy Cartel. It's pretty good. New Rona strain from China led to massive spike in hospitalizations and spread to the U.S. Fear. Supposedly, 300 people last week succumbed to it. Oh, wait, that's true, too. 700 succumbed to the flu. So, it's all perspective, folks. Elon Musk owned Neuralink, has secured $600 million in funding, valuing the company at $9 billion, according to Semaphore. I look forward to having them in my brain. Actually, I don't. U.S. suspends student visa processing as the Trump team has ramped up social media vetting. I'm going to go and make sure you're not doing naughty vlogs like here. Shooting. Multiple people reportedly shot in Waterbury, Connecticut at Brass Mills Center Shopping Mall. Waterbury is an S-hole to the max. So, doesn't excuse anything, but just know that Waterbury is not a nice place. Trump says Canada, considering his Golden Dome system offer to become the 51st state of the United States. He was saying how they're considering it. I highly doubt it. I don't think Canada wants to become us. And as I stated here last night, I don't want them to be us. Canada can Canada. I don't want them because it's going to bring a whole bunch of liberal voters here. And they're not liberal, they're progressives. Trump says he's working on taking Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac public. These are mortgage companies run by the government, turn them into, I don't know what he's going to do. They're obviously not doing well. Democrats are considering forming a shadow cabinet of top congressional committee members to help take back power from Trump. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis has signed a bill into law making gold and silver legal tender for transactions in the state. President Trump claims that Canada is now officially exploring the possibility of becoming the 51st state of the United States. Doubt it. Democratic Representative Jasmine Crockett is now leading the contender to become the top Democrat on the House Oversight Committee. Now, that I do believe. Hegseth meets with Polish Defense Minister Władysław Kosiniak-Kamysz as Defense Department. Mossad Chief David Barnea and Strategic Affairs Minister Ron Dormer are in Washington discussing Iran's nuclear program with Wyckoff and CIA Director Ratcliffe. I haven't heard much from Ratcliffe. It's interesting. Trump is considering imposing sanctions on Russia this week as he grows frustrated with Putin's continued attacks on Ukraine and the slow pace of peace talks. Israeli army reports intercepting 2 medium-range ballistic missiles launched from Yemen this morning. Houthis have launched 44 missiles at Israel since hostilities resumed, though many fail mid-flight. Germany's Merz says, my comments on countries lifting weapons range limits for Ukraine refer to a decision taken months ago. So evidently this is something that's been happening for a while. UAE will join North Korea and Iran at a high-level intelligence and security meeting in Moscow, which will be attended by Putin's top security aide, Sergei Shoigu. Lavrov says that Trump is showing emotion because he sees his Ukraine peace efforts are being sabotaged by European politicians. So, yeah, we expect that. Haiti's collapse, gang-driven catastrophe pushes nation to the brink. From January to May 2025, Haiti saw 843 violent incidents causing over 1,600 deaths and around 1,000 injuries, kidnappings, property destruction, And prison raids devastated communities in Artibonite or Artibonite, whatever, in Port-au-Prince. The violence displaced families, crippled services, and strained limited international and military support. Haiti is, I mean, it's the Detroit of the world. I don't even know what to put it. I don't even know how to term it. Haiti is so bad that it's bad. Trump's Ukraine envoy Kellogg says we received a list of conditions from Kiev, and we must obtain them from Moscow. Putin made it clear that if you misbehave with drones in Russia, you will get it. Attacker in Liverpool was driving under the influence of drugs, according to police. I thought he was like, because of his skin color, he was automatically evil. I guess it was just drugs. Massive explosion rocked the Shandong Yaodao chemical plant in Gaomi, China today. Blast sent fireballs and thick smoke into the sky, shattering windows kilometers away. The plant is the world's largest chloropyrithos producer. If you want to tell me what the heck chloropyrithos is used for, I'd love to know. Netanyahu says Gaza is a large prison and its borders are closed. If it were up to us, we would allow everyone to leave. Russia will launch a large-scale offensive this summer. The main focus will be the Donetsk region. Any plans in, Europe and all that, if you guys could hold them off till mid-June, that'd be great. Russia's Medvedev, regarding Trump's words about Putin playing with fire and really bad things happening to Russia, I only know of one really bad thing. That is World War III. I hope Trump understands this. U.S. State Department says we are cooperating with regional partners to open up investments in Syria. U.S. State Department says aid and food are moving into Gaza on a large scale. Gaza Humanitarian Foundation has begun providing urgent aid to the people of Gaza who are in dire need of it. On May 25th, 2025, in Chengdu, Sichuan province of People's Republic of China, female worker filmed a video saying that Changzhou BYD forcibly dismissed all employees over the age of 50 without any compensation. Same time, BYD also ended the rights of the relevant employees and prohibited them from entering the factory. Now, the funny thing is about this, if you go on to Facebook, okay, Facebook is like Unilat or whatever the heck. They've got all these different things that are sitting there like touting how awesome it is that nobody's buying Cybertrucks or that, Teslas have crashed by 50%. Might remind people that Tesla is an American company. They employ all over the world, places like Germany. And they don't tend to forcibly dismiss all employees over the age of 50. So, I don't know. You see all these people on the other side like all horny over this crap, and it's like, you can hate the man, but don't conflate his business brand is something that needs to die, because with it goes a lot of jobs in America. But again, these are the kind of people that will attack you and randomly in the street if you, heaven forbid, be a Christian group trying to pray for people that don't want to end the life of their child. U.S. Air Force RC-135V rivet joint operating under the call sign Caesar 71 and bearing tail number 464-14841 has been actively flying surveillance patterns near Iranian airspace today. Aircraft equipped with advanced signals intelligence or SIGINT systems is capable of intercepting communications, radar emissions, and other electronic signals. Belarusian leader Alessandro Lukashenko has said that his country has run out of potatoes. It's terrible. There's no potatoes in Belarus. Communist militant Elias Rodriguez, far-left extremist behind the shooting of the Jewish Museum in Washington, D.C., the two people, the staffers, openly stated in private chats that he wanted to G-side tens of millions of Caucasians to make the United States a, quote, normal country. Rodriguez also openly praised Stalin for ending one of the most anti-Semitic regimes in the face of the earth. Rodriguez had an almost wide-eyed optimism about the global South, which has self-identified Maoist third worldist JDPON he believed alone had revolutionary potential. Did you know his father was a dignitary at some big event in D.C.? His father was some Democrat dignitary at some big event. Strange. Oh, and his father also met with Obama for a half hour. It's crazy. Gaza reports that the entire distribution complex of the American company was destroyed. The food packages were looted by the Gazans, and the company personnel withdrew from the scene. Complete loss of control. New details about the break-in at the humanitarian aid complex in Tel Sultan. Incident began with Hamas setting up a checkpoint to prevent Gazans from crossing. Checkpoint held for about an hour, after which the Gazans broke through the checkpoints and shouted F Hamas. Now, this is from Amir Sarfati, so I'm sure something happened, but it's going to be, it's like any of them. It's fog of war. He's going to do everything he can to make them look bad. They're going to do everything they can to make him look bad. You get the point. During the day, 8,000 family packages were distributed. Towards the end of the day, about 100 people broke in, according to a source familiar with the details. This is a scenario that was rehearsed by the Americans as a reasonable possibility that we knew would happen. Upon the breakthrough, the Americans moved back as part of the exercise, fired into the air to disperse them and let the Gazans take the rest of the aid. According to sources responsible for the assistance, there was no loss of control. We will start again tomorrow morning. So, Operation Gideon's Chariots, IDF, strategic push into Gaza. What's going on with that? Well, the IDF is intensifying its operations across the Gaza Strip as part of an Operation Gideon's Chariot. Deployment, Division 162 to dominate northern Gaza. Divisions 36 and 98 to operate in Khan Yunis. Division 252 to control the Central Strip. Division 143 to maintain operations in Rafah, the buffer zone, and the Gaza envelope. IDF currently holds over 40% of Gaza with plans to secure 75% within 2 months. Per the IDF spokesperson, Connect Team's map highlights these key operational zones. European Union has taken a new step towards strengthening military capabilities and reducing security dependence on external powers by officially approving a new 150 billion euro defense fund. This marks the formalization of one of the most important projects for Europe's defense independence, especially amid growing distrust of Trump's policies. Fund allows member countries to invest in areas such as missile defense, drones, and cybersecurity. And at least 65% of the project value must be sourced from companies based in the European Union, European Economic Area, or Ukraine. Companies from countries with security and defense agreements with the European Union can also participate in these projects. So, England has coordinated with Berlin the transfer of German Taurus cruise missiles to Ukraine. With a range of over 500 kilometers, Taurus KEPD 350 missiles are amongst Germany's most advanced weapons, capable of striking high-value targets. deep within Russian-controlled territory. These missiles fly at a low altitude, around 35 meters, have precision guidance systems, and are difficult to detect, making them highly effective against fortified targets such as command centers and bunkers. U.S. Navy's USS Nimitz carrier strike group has entered the disputed South China Sea region. China and Iran have launched a new rail corridor that cuts shipping lot time to 15 days, according to 40 by Sea. This allows both Chinese Chinese goods and Iranian oil to bypass the Malacca Strait and other U.S. Navy-controlled waters, as well as speeds up delivery to European markets and China. The new route challenges U.S. efforts to prevent unrestricted Chinese access to oil and markets. Residents have fled the Suwalki corridor amid rising tensions, according to The Bild. Amid escalating tensions, residents of the strategically vital Suwalki corridor have begun leaving the region en masse. Bild reports. This narrow strip of land, about 65 kilometers wide, lies between Poland and Lithuania, separating Belarus from Kaliningrad, and it's considered NATO's most vulnerable point. Military analysts warn that in the event of war, Russia could strike from both sides. Russian military, with a range of over 30 kilometers, can cover the entire corridor, potentially cutting off the Baltic states from the rest of Europe. With the rising military drills, aggression, and regional militarization, more and more locals are saying, we don't want to be the first ones hit. Texas lawmakers are poised to ban minors from social media. Texas legislature has already passed a bill requiring age verification to download apps and is seriously considering another to ban children from social media. That is in the Texas Tribune, which you have the link right there. Meta just wiped out nearly all identitarian Instagram pages and even some from AFD. Meanwhile, hardcore Antifa pages are untouched, as well as old left-wing censorship. So it's happening again. It is what it is, folks. What are you going to do? They can call it out. So that's your crisis report for May 27th, 2025. Good amount going on. So we're going to find more going on. We're going to talk about it over on PrepperNow. So we're going to go live over there. If I could get you to swing on out and hit that like button, darken out the bell, that kind of thing, that'd be great. Because if you do that, then, well, helps me get into the algorithm. So, all right, friends. God bless you all. We will see you on the next one. Going over to PrepperNow, we're going to be serving up some fresh information vittles, and we will, well, we'll just see you there. Okay? All right. Have a good night. God bless.